Hey there guys, my name is Bradronalyn. Aka the Alolan Snorlax, and today I'm going to teach you all about time machine breeding. It's also what people are now calling shiny swapping, but it's basically the same thing. You're just going back to the past and telling yourself that a certain thing will happen at a certain egg. So what you will need for this is a Ditto of some form, a Magikarp, the higher IV the better, so that you can pass on higher IVs. And you will need the Pokemon that you will want to be shiny, or certain IVs, or hidden abilities, or gender. This works with all those things because you can manipulate the roles for each part of breeding. It's a very complicated process that I don't want to bog you down with. I'm just going to show you the process of actually doing time machine breeding. Before you start this method, I recommend changing your options. So you'll want to put the party and box mode to automatic. And then you'll want to save your game so that those settings are saved, and you'll also need to have your game saved before you start doing this method. So make sure you've got automatic on, make sure you save the game, and then put the Ditto and the Magikarp inside the daycare, and then begins the fun part. Now you're going to fill your party so that every egg that you collect goes straight to your box. I like to move everything out of box 1 so that I can just put everything straight into box 1, and then I collect 29 eggs so that once I take out Magikarp in the next step, I can just place it in box 1 and there's no mess, you know. So I will see you once I have the box full of eggs. Woo! Okay, so we're back with our box of Magikarps. The reason we chose Magikarp is because it has the least egg cycles, and combine this with a flame body Pokemon, Magikarp eggs hatch the fastest. Now we'll be looking through this entire box, making sure that we always placed our eggs in the chronological order and the same when we hatch them. So number 1 through number 29, all of these Pokemon, whether it's the IVs, the nature, whether it passed down the hidden ability, these are all roles within breeding, but these will all remain the same when you move on to swapping out the Pokemon. So we're basically looking for something that we want to go back in time to get properly. So I have 2 Magikarp that I can choose from. I have number 19, which has Hidden Power Ground, and I have number 20, which is 5 IVs with a decent special attack stat. So I'm going to be going with number 20 just because, you know, it's for the sake of breeding. If you didn't get what you wanted, for example, if you didn't get a shiny in this batch of 30, then you can just release all of these and then save your game and then restart from here. But because we have what we want, we will be going on to the swapping stage. So I will see you in a second. So the next stage is to reset your game without saving. And you'll remember that we'll be going for number 20. So we'll now be putting in the Ditto again with the Destiny Knot and the Pokemon that we want to get those IVs. So I chose a Roggenrola. It already has like decent IVs, but this will be going into the daycare, and we'll be seeing that all of the Pokemon will have the same IV combinations, even the one with Hidden Power Ground beforehand, and then the 5 IV one that had very good in special attack. I give it the Everstone. You can give it the Everstone to override the nature. This won't actually change the Destiny Knot, as long as the Destiny Knot is on the Ditto like before and nothing was changed. So you haven't tried to change the past or the, you know, the confusing time paradox things. So it's the same as before. We're now going to put both of the partners into the nursery, and I am again going to be back with a bunch of eggs. This time I'm only going up to 20 because I know that's the number that I wanted. And I'll be filling my party, making sure that I've got automatic on, and yeah, I will see you in 20 eggs time. Okay, so just bringing in the last bunch of hatches. This would be number 17, 18, 19, and 20, right? So, oh, wrong box. I always do that. But yeah, number 20, and then we could go through all of these again. I could compare these in terms of their IVs with the Magikarp ones, just to, you know, just to make sure that they're all the same. That'll probably be going on now through the movie Magic. I'll do this after the actual editing, and we'll be looking to see, you know, the last two. The last two are the ones that we know are Hidden Power Ground and the 5 IV one with special attack. So that's the very good fantastic, and that is the 5 IV one. So we can say that it worked. We can say that we could now take the 5 IV that we wanted, that had the nature we wanted. It also has the hidden ability, pass down the egg moves from the previous parent. And yeah, that is how to do the time machine method. It of course works better with a shiny, but I wasn't going to bring myself to hatch to get a shiny and then have to hatch it twice. For me, this method is really boring. I don't see the point in it. for my uses, but I know a lot of you guys love shinies, and this is good for shinies in the fact that you can choose what you want it to be. However, there are some exceptions. There are definitely some exceptions. I'll be leaving a picture that I was given to basically adopt a guide from, just so that you have a better understanding if you wanted to use an all-female or all-male Pokemon or a genderless Pokemon, because there are some slight differences. I just don't want to confuse you guys and bring too many different game mechanics into this guide to confuse you, because I like to keep it nice and simple. You guys like it nice and simple, so that is going to be all the time we have for this video. As always, leave me a comment if you're stuck or if you need some advice. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and maybe I will see you again soon.